Good morning. Happy Friday, TGIF. I am sitting here. I got up. I ate my breakfast already. My mama is sleeping. I'm still in my PJs. I'm in my granny pajamas. Anyway, my husband hates that I say that, but granny pajamas are comfortable. I don't care. I've been wearing granny pajamas since I was probably like 15 years old. I like nightgowns, okay? I don't, anyway, beyond that. I hope I'm covered. So I am sitting here reading some National Enquirers. They're so interesting. This one is from September 6, 1977. Anyway, let me show you. Has Elvis on the cover, right? The last picture. And I have them all over the floor, all these old National Enquirers and Stars. Do you know when Elvis first was found dead? They said when they did his autopsy that he died from coronary heart disease. And there were people reporting in these tabloids that no, it was drugs. And they were like, no, that's a lie. Anyway, so I thought that was kind of interesting. When you look back at a tabloid, what and how you drink reveals your personality. Dean Martin's new girl, I'm madly in love. How to be a better listener. 1 in 3 has a sleep problem that can shorten their life. Anyway, so I was just looking at them and they're very interesting. So hold up a bit. Now here is an article about the good old days. Good old days were terrible. Thousands of urchins roamed streets in a period of rampant crime and police brutality. Anyway, so somebody named Otto L. Bettman was writing about crime was rampant in the good old days. From the 1860s through the 1890s, the crime rate rose 445%. New York was known as the world center of crime. In Chicago, muggings were commonplace, even in daylight. To the old-time cop, the club represented the law, and he used it with relish, even on persons in orderly crowds. Rookies were reprimanded when they brought in evildoers unmarked, since it was a normal procedure to give arrestees a beating so the cop would have something to show in court. Wow. Like grown-ups, children were locked up on the slightest suspicion of misdeed. In Chicago, upwards to 10,000 young persons were arrested, clubbed, handcuffed, and jostled around without having committed any crime. Disfigured by the bestiality of slum life, thousands of urchins wandered the streets. In 1880, estimate had 100,000 loose in New York. They slept in doorways and discarded boxes and barrels. They fought, blasphemed, begged, and stole. And in the end, they gravitated to prostitution and crime. Even the little red schoolhouse of yesteryear was not a stable of docile lambs. Many of the children were downright brats, hostile, ungovernable, and prone to violence. Faced with such ruffians, many teachers did not last a week, some not even a day. For school marms, confrontations were an ordeal. One of these, a Miss Barstow, taught public school in Canton, Massachusetts. On October 6, 8th, 1870, the young woman, said to be in feeble health, punished 4 boys for unruly conduct by shutting them in the school building after class. Finally, when she released them, Miss Barstow is said to have given the boys a slight reprimand. Their response was immediate. They waylaid her outside the school and stoned her to death. Wow. Anyway, yeah. And then this is from a, let me show you. So there's the pictures, right? And then this is California leads in divorces. For every 100 new marriages in California, there were 69 broken marriages. But yeah, so my mama has all these old magazines from 1975 to 1978. Yeah. It's just quite interesting, though. After, when you read some of her magazines that she kept, and then what ended up being the fallout, that the National Enquirer was a lot of times, it was telling the truth. I mean, it ended up being like they make up a lot of lies and all that, but they just they were uncovering stuff before, maybe the public was ready to hear it. It was just kind of interesting. Thought I'd share that with you. But yeah, I was reading that the doctors were upset that how could they say that Elvis died from, he died from heart failure. It's like Elvis had a lot of drugs in his system. Anyway, and we know that now. But anyway, I hope you have a good day and that you have nice weather where you're at, or you're staying warm at least. I don't know what's going on now on the East Coast. I know that there was a lot of snow. Anyway, today looks like it might be a good day outside. I don't even know what time it is. Hold on. Okay, it's almost 8 a.m. Let's see what it looks like outside. Come with me. Looks like it's pretty nice out. I see a little bit of milky sky, but see the little bit, but it looks pretty nice, pretty nice. Still early. Help! Let me out of my cage! Let me out! Free me! Have a good day.